everyone, it's Hailey, and today I'm going to be doing my May TBR, or the books that I'm going to be bringing with me on my trip. So unless you guys are new to my channel, you have likely heard me talking about the fact that I'm going to be gone the entire month of May backpacking Europe with my sister. So apparently May is here, which is crazy. I can't believe it's already upon us. Like, from when I'm filming this video, I leave 11 or 10 days from now. It's just absolutely nuts to me that this is here because we've been planning it for so long, which is just crazy, but it's here. So these are the books that if I read any, I will be reading these. I'm not really anticipating having a lot of time to read because we are going to 9 countries in such a short amount of time, so I don't think I'll have a lot of time to read, but that being said, we do have a lot of train rides, so on those I will be reading unless I'm sleeping, which will probably happen because I think I'm just going to be exhausted, and a lot of the time I spend reading is right before I fall asleep, but I think I'm just gonna pass out. So really, train rides are the only time I'm expecting to really be reading. So if that happens, I might finish one book. I do have like 7 or something here that I'm going to talk about today, but these are just the ones that are on my e-reader that are at the top of my reading list. Also, just a quick couple of things about my trip. One, I will be having videos still going up while I'm gone, so I do have all of them pre-filmed and scheduled. They were all filmed in April, so those will still be going out on my regular uploading days, Mondays and Thursdays, so you don't have to worry about that. My Twitter will probably be going a little bit quiet just because I don't know how often I'll have access to Wi-Fi. Instagram, as far as my Bookstagram, that one will probably go a little bit quiet, but I will be updating as much as I can my regular Instagram, which is just my personal account, and that's Hailey Beyond Bookland. All of that will be linked down below for you guys, so you can follow me if you want to follow my trip. I also won't be doing any meetups, unfortunately, just because I'm not going to have the time. But next time I'm in Europe, I'm really hoping to do some meetups, but this is just kind of a graduation trip for my sister and I, so we're just sightseeing and everything, and I really don't have time for meetups, unfortunately. And in case you guys were curious about where we're going, we are going to Dublin, Amsterdam, Berlin, Prague, then Munich, then Vienna, and Salzburg, then a bunch of places in Switzerland, and then Italy, we're going to Rome and Florence, and then in Spain I'm going to Barcelona. I think that was everywhere. It's really hard to keep track, but oh, we're also going to Nice in France. We're going to a bunch of places. It's hard to keep track. There are a bunch more places that I want to go, and I'm hoping to go on another trip soon, so hopefully I'll get to those then, but we have a very jam-packed trip as it is. My outfit is different now, and that's because I'm popping in from the next video that I was filming because I just remembered while I was filming this one that I wanted to say I will probably be filming some vlog style stuff while I'm in Europe. I'm not entirely sure if I will, but if I do, I will end up uploading it to this channel since I kind of want to start doing vlogs on this channel anyways, so that will be coming when I get back because I won't have Wi-Fi or a computer while I'm away. So without further ado, sorry for the very long intro, let's just get into my TBR. So first up, I have a couple of books that are by Canadian authors because I am planning on doing a video for Canada's 150th birthday all about Canadian YA authors, so I am doing my research before I do that video. So I'm hoping to get to Say You Will by Eric Walters. Eric Walters is an author from Toronto area, so he lives kind of near me. He actually comes to the bookstore that I work at quite often. I've never been there when he's there, but apparently he comes all the time because sometimes I'll come in for my shift and all of his books are signed, and I'm like, how? What? And apparently he was there. But this is the book of his that appealed to me the most, and it was the one that had the highest reviews on Goodreads out of the ones that appealed to me the most, so I honestly don't remember what it's about, but I'm gonna try it. And the other Canadian book on my TBR is We Are All Made of Molecules by Susan Nielsen. This came out a couple of years ago and I remember it from then, but I didn't know that Susan Nielsen was a Canadian author. I do know that now, obviously, but I read Optimists Die First by her, which is her novel that came out this year, and I wasn't a big fan of it, but this one I think I might like. This one has gotten really great reviews, so I'm pretty hopeful for it. Honestly, don't remember what it's about. I think it deals with mental illness, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. I like to go into books not knowing a lot, so I don't know a lot. So the rest of the books on my TBR are literally just random, and they are just the books that I think I will maybe pick up if I end up reading. So next up is The One Memory of Flora Banks by Emily Barr. This book seems so cool. It's actually already out in the UK, but it's coming out in May in Canada and the US, I believe, but it's all about this girl who she had a brain tumor, I believe, and then after having it get surgically removed, she has to relearn a lot of things. She doesn't have any short-term memory, I believe. I know it has a lot to do with memory, and it seems like it's going to be an amazingly heartbreaking contemporary, which I am all about in springtime, so I think this seems like it's going to be awesome. Next up is Queens of Geek by Jen Wild. This admittedly seems like more of a summer read for me, but it has been getting such rave reviews that it's an amazing, really easy read, so I feel like it might be one that I pick up on my trip. And for some reason I love the cover. Like, it's hair, which I don't normally like on covers, but this one I think is super pretty, so I don't know, but I know that this has a character with autism, so I'm really looking forward to diving into this one because it's been getting such rave reviews and it seems awesome. Next up is Lovin, Gelato by Jenna Welch. Like I said, I'm going to Italy, and this takes place in the Tuscany region, I believe, so I feel like it would be the perfect time to read it while I'm in Italy if I end up doing that. I did want to read it before I left, but that didn't happen, so maybe while I'm away I'll end up reading it. I literally know nothing about it other than that it's a cute romance, it's gotten really great reviews, and it takes place in Italy. Next up is Under Rose-Tinted Skies by Louise. This has been on quite a few of my TBRs recently, and that's because it's a book that I feel like is perfect for the springtime, since I like really intense and just kind of heartbreaking contemporaries for the springtime. And this one I know deals with a lot of mental illness, a lot of different things. I don't quite remember exactly which ones they are, but it's gotten really great reviews and it seems amazing, so I do really want to get to it. Next up is The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This, I believe, is a companion to her other novel, which is My Life Next Door, which I really enjoyed, and that was a pretty deep contemporary, so I feel like this one might have those same vibes. I honestly don't really know what it's about at all, so I'm just kind of like, hey, contemporary, perfect for when I'm traveling, let's go. And the final book on my May TBR is American Street by Ibi Zoboi. This is a book all about immigration. It's about a Haitian immigrant who ends up getting separated from her family and is forced to live on the streets of Detroit by herself. It sounds absolutely amazing, heartbreaking, very relevant, and I really want to read it. So those are all of the books that I will read if I end up reading anything in May. Like I said, I'm not really anticipating even getting to one book in May, but if I do, these are probably the books that I'm going to get to. You can tell kind of I picked a lot of contemporaries, easier reads. I mean, they are kind of emotionally intense, but they are still easy. I didn't pick any fantasy or anything. This is probably my only TBR video where there's no fantasy on it, and that's because fantasy requires a lot of brain power and me to really focus, so I don't want to do that while I'm traveling and I'm going to be exhausted anyways. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!